What's up, guys? Thanks so much for tuning in. Welcome to my channel, Biking, Bushcraft, and Survival. My name is Chris. Really appreciate you guys stopping by and watching this. Today's video is going to kind of follow in the genre of the last video of budget-friendly camping and outdoor tools. So today we're going to be looking at a Bowie knife that is very budget-friendly, a lot of blade for the money, very well made, and a great option for if you're looking for a large camp knife. Now, if you're looking for a smaller, more agile knife, this is not really going to fit into that. But if you're looking for a large, budget-friendly knife that really has a lot of well-made steel and features, this is the knife. Now, before I get into that, you guys have been following my channel and been watching my last few videos know my wife and I have a ton of changes going on right now. This is probably going to be not the very last, but one of the very last videos that I get to shoot out here. Things are happening really fast in our life. We're not too far from having our first baby, and we're moving, getting the house ready to sell, and all kinds of stuff. A lot of great things, but life is just very packed and busy. I spent 3 days before today getting stuff ready, and we're going to be staying with family for a little while we get our house sold, and kind of while my wife's in these last few weeks of her pregnancy, and I don't know for how long exactly, but for at least a little while we're going to be staying with some family so that my wife has help and backup, especially when I'm at work or out doing videos like this, that she'll have some backup when I'm away to help take care of our baby. So a lot of stuff going on. I hate to leave out here, but we're just too far out in the country right now for, you know, where my wife's caregivers and medical staff is, and so we're gonna move in with some family way closer to her doctors and everything to make that easier. So this will be one of the last videos out here. I'm just gonna show you guys around. It's an awesome day out here. The weather is just absolutely perfect. These are the woods right around my house, around where we live, and it's just, everything is just exploding in growth. Here's the shelter. I've kind of debated back and forth about tearing it down or leaving it. I think I'm going to end up leaving it. If the next homeowner enjoys camping or anything like that, I thought, why not leave it for them to enjoy. But as you can see, everything has just blown up at growth. It is so green around here. It has just been beautiful these last few days. We had some rain and everything move in, but after that everything got watered. It has been amazing. So like I said, this won't be the very last video out here, but it is going to be one of the last ones. So if you all of a sudden notice the next time or one of the next times I shoot in the near future, if it's a totally different area, it's going to be I'm shooting on family land. It's going to be it's about 2 hours north of me now. It'll only be about an hour north of me once we move. So without further ado, we'll go ahead and get into today's video. So with budget-friendly and knives and gear that is great for if you're just getting a pack started, if you're just getting going in the bushcraft world or the camping world, and you just want to get some tools that are dependable and quality. Sorry, as you know, my cat Willow loves to come down here with me, and she's climbing all over me. But anyways, if you're looking for gear that's going to be a great camp and bushcraft starter set, I'm trying to do these last few videos on gear that I look at being budget conscious, and when you don't have a ton of money to sink into high-end, really expensive gear, but you still want to get quality for your money, there are good options out there by some really great companies. Cold Steel, Schrade. This is going to be Schrade that we're looking at today, and we're going to kind of do a few videos on this, because I know a lot of people, especially when they're getting started, they don't have a ton of money to throw at this. So we're going to jump into that. Let me change out the battery. My camera icon's flashing. I thought it would, so I brought a spare with me. Let me swap that out real quick, and then we'll jump into our knife. Be right back. All right, guys, sorry about that. So I got the battery swapped out, and we're good to go. So what I'm talking about today is the Schrade Leroy Bowie. I've had a video on this before. This is kind of actually also a follow-up to that video. I started a series a while back that I haven't added to yet, but it's called Beastly Bowies, and the idea was to do a few episodes on that of different Bowie knives, large Bowie knives, because again, if you watch my channel, you'll really find out that this style knife, a big Bowie knife, is my favorite to carry, because I like a big weighty chopper and knife, a large camp knife that can do a lot of chores, and just a good beefy knife for out in the woods. So this is the SCHF 45 or Leroy Bowie. You can look it up either way on Amazon, a bunch of other places that sell it. This is a really large Bowie knife for the money. I think I spent under $45 on this, or right around $45 on this when I bought it. It is a huge knife for $45. It's full tang. It's got TPE rubber scales here on it, hex bolts that hold that in position, but good full tang. It's got good choil right here where you can choke up on it. It's got some jimping on the back, not too aggressive, so it's not uncomfortable for your thumb. But you can really kind of get in for more fine detail, choke up on this blade if you want to do feather sticks or something like that. It does include a really nice hard plastic case. This is not Kydex, it's just an injection molded plastic. Plenty of lanyard holes on there and points for lashing, and it's got a retention strap here at the top. The belt slide for it is actually built directly into the sheath. There is no separate piece that comes off. It's built directly in here. The only thing I wish that Schrade had done differently on this is there's no drainage hole. For hard plastic, you know, for the potential if you get in the rain or it holds water, there's not a drain for it. And that's the only thing I really wish they had done differently on this. That, and possibly making this belt slide a separate piece that was more flexible, because this does tend to be very rigid up against the body. So those are a couple things on the sheath, but otherwise really great sheath. I don't really have any real complaints against it. It does sit more stiff on your side though, is one thing about the slide on it. So I'll put the information down in the description. It's been a little while since I've looked at the specs on this knife, so I'll put the specs down in the description box to give you guys the steel and length and all that. But I've had this knife for almost a year now, and it's absolutely one of my favorite blades. It is one of the absolute favorite knives I own. It does have a kind of titanium colored coating on it to protect the blade, and that covers all of it. That's down on the tang here in the handle, because you do have tang exposed all the way around. Good lanyard hole here on the end if you want to tie paracord or something on there. But it's just three, like I said, 3 hex screws that hold these rubberized I believe it's TPE scales on here. These are very comfortable, very rubbery grip, so it really fits in the hand well. You've got these finger kind of grooves on here that are built into the rubberized scale, so that your hand fits very comfortably on there. This knife really very comfortable to hold. So if you're doing a lot of camp chores and you're using this for a while, I really don't foresee this being uncomfortable for long-term use. But I thought we'd kind of put it through like some chopping tasks and some things following this budget-friendly series. So I've got some stuff out here that we can use to kind of test out chopping. I want to see about how it does with feather sticking. I have not touched up the edge or anything on this since I bought it. So it's still factory sharp on there. But we'll take it over here. I've got the I've got the stump here that I've been using. we go, level that out a little bit more. We'll try some decently thick pieces. So this stuff is fairly rotten. It's still got a little bit of strength to it, but went through there quite easily. Good clean cut. This stuff is actually a little bit harder. But there you go. Just really cuts into this quite well. Let's try some of this, a little bit thicker. Try some of this right here. There you go. I mean, it's making just light work of this. No problems at all going through it. As you can see, no damage to the blade, no chipping, no rolling. So I'm really happy to see that. Edge is very nice on here, so that held up quite well. But as I figured, and I've used a little bit before, this knife, no problem as a chopper. It's got actually quite a good balance in the hand. It is, as a chopper should be, a little bit heavy forward in the blade, but that's exactly what you want. But still, for this big a knife, very nice control in the hand. Now, I want to just see, this is probably not the best wood, but I want to see if we choke up, if we can do some feather sticking. So it does do a decent roll. Like I said, this is not the best piece of wood to try this on. Let me see if I can find something that's a little bit better. Let's try a piece like this. So get off this bark. Not bad though at all. Again, this is, I'm not going all the way down the length of the stick, so I'm not making huge rolls, but you could definitely, with a little work on this, you know, once you get your fire starter going, whatever you're using for tinder, you could definitely catch that. But you can get little curls on there, so it does do, it can handle the small camp tasks as well. I've been very impressed with this knife. Like I said, especially for $45 for this much blade. Like I said, I'll put the full specs in the description because I can't remember exactly the length on it offhand, but I'll give you the exact measurements on it. And this has just been a phenomenal blade for the money. Schrade has a good reputation for building good quality budget knives. You know, they're not the most expensive things in the world. They're not made of you know, any kind of crazy super steels or anything like that. But for what you get, I do, as far as I remember, this is carbon steel. So for what you get, it's a lot of knife for the money, and especially for getting started, it's a great budget quality piece to kind of start your collection with. So if you're looking for a good bushcraft knife, highly recommend it. We covered the cold steel trail boss in a couple videos. That's going to get put to use more, but I've been super impressed and happy with that, and I hope it's been helpful to you guys. I've gotten a lot of good feedback on those review videos. A lot of you seem to either already own and like the axe, or are interested in one, and so that's what I hope to do with these videos, is if I can kind of help, because I remember getting started, I didn't know what I was looking for in knives. I didn't know what kind of steel, what kind of features to look for, anything. If I saw a knife that looked cool, you know, I wanted to buy it. And the problem is, a lot of those knives that look cool are brittle steel or display pieces that a lot of times aren't really meant to be put to any kind of camp task or out in the field use. And there's a lot of cool looking good knives. I think this is one of them. Absolutely well built and absolutely a very cool looking knife, but actually made to be used. So the difference is finding knives that look cool but do everything you need them to do in the situation you're using them in, whether it's survival, camping, bushcraft, whatever the situation may be. So if I can, through what I've learned through experience and from others, help pass on some of that information, totally what I would like to do. I really appreciate you guys watching. All my new subscribers, thank you and welcome. You don't know how much it excites me to get on and see feedback from you guys and new subscribers and people who have joined the channel. I absolutely love that, love doing this channel, so I hope you guys enjoy it. Here's Miss Willow to say bye to you guys. She's my little bushcraft buddy. One of you called her that in one of my videos, and I think that's a awesome term. She comes out here with me anytime I come out here. So I hope you guys are enjoying the channel. Hope you like these videos. I'm doing more review style stuff because it's easier to get out here and shoot those right now until I get settled and can do the she doesn't want to get put down, until I can do like the more camp style videos and actually make a day or two out of being out and camping and setting it all up. So those will be coming soon once my wife and I get everything settled. Those will be coming soon, and really appreciate you guys watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. I really appreciate your feedback, really appreciate your subscribing to the channel and all the views I get. Love hearing from you guys all around the world, and I hope you enjoy it. Let me know if there's anything you'd like to see, any kind of gear you're interested in that I might be able to do a video on right now and shoot to you. So from me and Willow here at Viking Bushcraft and Survival, thanks so much for watching. You guys take care, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.